Right. So Mike, I think he issued a statement today. He's back in Ann Arbor, feeling better. Hopes to rejoin the team soon. We'll make Fred Jackson. We've got a waiver to allow Fred Jackson to coach until Mike comes back.
Larry?
Jim, do you expect Mike to coach Saturday, or is Saturday too soon?
I don't know. That'll be doctors will. Some they'll determine, Larry, as you would expect.
And there was some question about, on the broadcast, they said it was a seizure. Are you able to say if it was or that or something else, or?
I don't have the wherewithal to comment on that.
Okay.
John?
Coach, thoughts on Penn State and the challenge that they present?
It's just always good. They're just always prepared. They're always ready. They always win a lot of games. Always good on all sides of the ball. Always well coached. In great shape and tough, physical, sound football team and exceptional in many areas.
On the left, Isaiah?
Last week you spoke on the importance of starting fast, and outside of that first drive, it kind of went stagnant for a little while, but obviously things went really well in the second half. What did you learn about the team coming onto that game and its ability to do what it needed to do in the second half?
Yeah, there's. If you are going to reach the promised land, you need games where the team has showed what it's capable of doing, defining moments in a second half of a ball game, and there's a lot to keep us humble and things that we have to improve on, but it did also give us a glimpse of what we can do.
Aaron?
Jim, I don't expect you to make excuses for your team, but how much do you think those first half struggles were chalked up to maybe lack of focus because of what happened with Mike?
That's unknowable. I think one thing football does teach you to do, is to concentrate on the things you can control. And I think that was it was a learning moment for that. But we were all, myself included, the most important thing at the time was Mike's health.
Right here, Tony?
Yeah, Jim, you mentioned how Penn State does a lot of things well. Perhaps what they might do best is run defense. I just want to see what you've seen from them in that regard. Might be the toughest test you guys have faced there, and what would you need to do to be successful?
We're going to play really good. And not just run defense. Pass defense is really good. They're really good at both. So, biggest challenge of the year so far, in our opinion.
Larry?
Mike Morris can comment on his play recently and how he's emerged in the role he has.
Yeah, it's been really good. Just doing anything that helps the team, anything that's asked, including blocking a field goal in the game. That was also huge. That's in a lot of ways there were some coming out parties. Luke Schoonmaker, the pass rush, and some others. So that was as good a pass rush as you could hope for, and Mike's a big part of that.
Austin?
Jim, with the tunnel being named for Coach Carr this weekend, can you describe what it's like just to stand in that tunnel as a coach and a player? What kinds of things go through your mind when you're in that tunnel before a game?
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of things that have changed around Ann Arbor, Michigan football, the campus, over decades. But to me, one thing that hasn't is that tunnel. And that is, it's one thing that hasn't really changed. It's gritty. It's awesome, and just like the coach, Lloyd Carr, that it's going to be named for. Just great, gritty. We love it. We're really proud of our tunnel, and couldn't be happier that it's now going to have Coach Carr's name on it.
Nick?
You mentioned Schoonmaker and coming out party. With Eric on the sideline, how have you seen him step up, both as a player on the field, but also as a leader in that tight end room?
Oh, he's always been that. The catches, the targets, the blocking. I mean, it's all. I think everybody's just seeing, what we've always seen and thought of Luke. Just has elevated his game to a really high level, and it's great to see.
Reiner?
And the new president takes effect, I guess, this week. I mean, how would you describe your relationship with them, and what's been the outreach between both of you?
So I haven't met yet in person. We have texted back and forth. Just everything you hear from everybody is what a great guy he is. How enthusiastic he is, how engaged he is with really everybody, including the students. Just the enjoyment he has of being on a college campus, and has tremendous leadership skills. And that's from everybody that I've talked to here, and also Rick Minter, who was a head coach at Cincinnati when Santa was there. Same thing. Everybody just had amazing things to say about him and his tenure at Cincinnati. So super excited. I think everybody here. I know coaches, professors, students are anticipating his arrival and are excited about it. I mean, you have people that are here that know him and know what he's done, and they're excited for his arrival. People who've been where he's been, people have nothing but fantastic things to say. So yeah, really looking forward to it, and we're going to have him be our honorary captain for the Michigan State game. That'll be exciting. Michael Phelps will be the honorary captain for the Penn State game. So that's adds to the excitement as well.
With NIL and everything else, and the way college sports is changing, how important is it to have a strong relationship with, the administration, and from your perspective?
Yeah, I think that's important.
On the left, Aaron?
Jim, your team's ranked in the top 10, Penn State's ranked in the top 10, you're both at the top of standings. Does Saturday have a big game feel to you?
I think it's important. Things are progressing, to be progressive. I think that's important.
Does Saturday have a big game feel to you?
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
ranked?
Big game. And if anybody was watching football yesterday on television, the pro games, seems like every commercial break there was a advertisement for the Michigan Penn State game. So if anybody wasn't realizing that this was a big game, there were constant reminders yesterday.
On the right here, Tony?
Yeah, last year Penn State wasn't as good running balls as it typically is. They seem to have sort of found that form again. What do you think is the difference, or what have you seen, and what sort of challenges do they present when they're running the ball?
Well, they're good all the time, as I said. I mean, I've always thought, and they always have. It's just facts. They're always good. They always win a lot of games. Running the ball, throwing the ball, defending the run, defending the pass. Really good on special teams. They have good specialists. A lot of talented players, well coached. And the quarterback is really good. We've gone against him for a lot of games, and a ton of respect for for what he can do. Always throwing great backs at you, tight ends and offensive linemen, and just always good football. Always, you can always expect a real big game when you're playing Penn State.
On the left, Brandon.
I know they say players play the game, and that's what it comes down to, but in a game like this where both sides are far more evenly talented, how much pressure as a coaching staff do you guys take on to draw up a scheme that's going to work for your players and put them in position to succeed?
Well, that's something we do every week. It's just I mean, just always you get into this battle rhythm of the season. I mean, it's just, just always demanding, punishing, challenging yourself to put the players in the best position possible every single week. And you get used to it, and you look forward to it, and that's what drives you.
Got time for a few more. We got David.
Coach, you mentioned having Fred Jackson get a waiver to be on the sidelines this kind of game. Obviously, he's been with the program since, I believe, July, but how important has he been over the season, not just in this situation, but as an analyst before?
Yeah, he's super cool. Known Fred Jackson. I think my first start ever as a high school varsity player was against Pioneer versus Flint Southwestern. So, go way back with Fred Jackson. He's great. Always has great insights and knows the whole game too. He knows all facets of the game, but especially quarterback play and offensive football, offensive coordinator type of mind. So it's been great.
In the back left, Angelique.
Jim, I was wondering what you think of the turnover buffs, and do you encourage things like that in your players to enjoy on the sideline? The buffs, the glasses.
Don't know what you're talking about. Buffs?
The turnover picks that they do after turnovers, and then they put on
Pictures?
sunglasses.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love them. I mean, that's it's very much ruled that you really can't do anything in terms of having fun or celebrating on the field, especially on defense. It seems it's even more so that way. I mean, so but on the sideline, you can do whatever you want. So that's let the guys have fun and celebrate that to come over to the sideline and have a picture and put on sunglasses. I never heard buffs. I mean, you're really with it, Angelique. You could not be accused of not being with the times in the lingo.
Time for probably one more. Aaron?
Jim, do you expect to have Roman back this week?
Never like to comment on whether I expect that or not. We'll see.
All right. Thank you all. We'll bring